What's up, Wrestle Scope family? You need to buckle up for this one, because what I'm about to tell you is going to make your blood boil. And before you click away thinking you know what happened, trust me, you don't know the full story. What went down between Finn Balor and CM Punk isn't just another backstage attack. This is personal. This is calculated. And this might be the most disrespectful thing we've seen in WWE this entire year. Let me ask you something. When does a message cross the line into a straight-up mugging? Because what Finn Balor did to CM Punk wasn't just an attack. It was a statement written in bruises and blood. And here's what's making the entire WWE Universe lose their minds. Finn smiled through the whole thing. That's right. While CM Punk was laid out, defenseless, possibly injured, Finn Balor stood over him with that sinister grin and had the audacity to demand a world heavyweight title match like he just did something heroic, like he's earned anything except a lawsuit and a suspension. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but this is wrestling. This stuff happens all the time. Wrong. Dead wrong. And if you believe that, then you haven't been paying attention to how this whole situation unfolded. Because what Finn did wasn't just crossing a line. It was obliterating every line in the book. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why this might be the most dangerous move Finn Balor has ever made, not just for CM Punk, but for his own career. Let me paint you the picture of what actually went down, because the replays don't do justice to how brutal this was. CM Punk had just finished a grueling match, and I mean grueling. The man gave everything he had in that ring, and he was making his way backstage, exhausted, vulnerable, completely off guard. Medical staff were already checking on him because of how physical the match had been. This wasn't some fresh, ready-for-action CM Punk. This was a man who had just left pieces of himself in that ring for our entertainment. And that's when Finn struck. No warning, no challenge issued face-to-face like a man, no confrontation in the ring where Punk could actually defend himself. Finn Balor ambushed him in the backstage area, like a coward hiding in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment when his target was at his most vulnerable. The first shot, a running forearm that sent Punk crashing into the concrete wall. And Finn didn't stop there. He unleashed a relentless assault, kicks, stomps, punches, while production staff and officials were scrambling to pull him away. But here's the thing that makes this even more infuriating. Finn was waiting for the cameras. He made sure every single moment was captured. He wanted us to see this. Security finally managed to separate them, but the damage was done. CM Punk was being evaluated by medical personnel, possibly suffering from a concussion, definitely dealing with injuries that could sideline him. And in that moment, when everyone was concerned about Punk's well-being, what does Finn Balor do? He grabs a microphone. He looks directly into the camera, with Finn Balor's blood probably still on his knuckles, and says, and I quote, "I just did what everyone's been too afraid to do. I exposed the so-called voice of the voiceless, and now I'm coming for what he values most. I want my world heavyweight title match, and I want it at..." The mic got cut off, but we all know what he was about to say. He was about to name the event where he wants to cash in on the chaos he just created. Now, here's where this situation gets really interesting, and why I said earlier that you don't know the full story. This isn't just about a title match request. This is about Finn Balor trying to revive a career that's been stuck in neutral for months. Let's keep it real. When was the last time Finn Balor was in a meaningful storyline? When was the last time he had a one-on-one title opportunity at a premium event? The Judgment Day storyline moved on without him, and Finn's been floundering ever since. So what does he do? He attaches himself to the hottest name in WWE right now, CM Punk. Because Finn knows that Punk moves ratings, Punk sells tickets, Punk gets people talking. And by attacking Punk in the most vicious way possible, Finn just bought himself relevance with someone else's blood and pain. But here's the problem with that strategy. CM Punk isn't just going to let this slide. This isn't some young wrestler who's going to take the beating and move on to the next program. This is CM Punk we're talking about. The man who holds grudges like championship titles. The man who's made a career out of getting even. And let's talk about the psychology of this attack for a second, because this is where Finn might have actually been smart, in the most twisted way possible. Finn didn't just hurt CM Punk physically, he hurt his pride. He made Punk look vulnerable on international television. He did to Punk what Punk has done to so many others over the years. He exposed him, embarrassed him, and then walked away demanding a reward for it. Finn is essentially betting that WWE management will be forced to give him that title match because of the buzz this is creating. He's betting that the controversy, the water cooler conversations, the social media explosion, all of it will make him too valuable to ignore. And unfortunately, he might be right. Now, here's where things get spicy, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, because the WWE Universe is split right down the middle on this.
One side is saying, this is exactly what wrestling needs. More edge, more unpredictability, more real feeling consequences. These fans are arguing that Finn did what a villain is supposed to do, something that makes you genuinely upset, something that feels wrong. But the other side, and I'm leaning toward this camp, is saying this crosses a professional line. There's a difference between storytelling and taking advantage of someone who's medically vulnerable. There's a difference between heat and potential injury, and there's a difference between being a great heel and being reckless with someone's actual health and career. Where do you stand on this? Drop a comment right now before you forget, because I'm reading every single one, and I'll be responding to as many as I can. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Should Finn Balor actually get this title match? On one hand, from a business perspective, this match would be massive. The storyline writes itself. The heat is nuclear. The payoff would be incredible, whether Punk retains or controversially if Finn actually wins. On the other hand, we'd be rewarding this kind of behavior. We'd be telling every wrestler in that locker room that the way to get ahead is to injure your colleagues when they're defenseless. Is that the precedent WWE wants to set? Here's what I think is going to happen, and you can hold me to this. WWE is going to try to make us wait. They're going to stretch this out, let the tension build, maybe have a few more confrontations, but the match is going to happen, probably sooner than we think, because this storyline is too hot to let cool down. But here's my bold prediction. This isn't going to be just a match. This is going to turn into something bigger. Maybe a stipulation match. Maybe something brutal like a street fight or a no-holds-barred match where Punk can get his revenge legally. Because here's what Finn didn't consider. He just gave CM Punk justification to do whatever he wants in retaliation. And if you know anything about CM Punk's history, you know he's going to make Finn regret this moment for the rest of his career. So, Wrestle Scope family, that's the situation as it stands right now. Finn Balor has crossed the line, CM Punk is out for blood, and we're all here watching what could become the most personal rivalry of the year. But I need to know, do you think Finn deserves a title match after what he did, or should WWE punish him instead of rewarding him? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. And listen, if this video got you as fired up as I am, smash that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows this is the wrestling content people want to see. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because you know I'm going to be covering every single development in this story as it unfolds. We're about to witness something special, folks, and you don't want to miss a second of it. This is Wrestle Scope, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay scoped in.